kicked me to the curb. So in turn, I said, I'm not going to ever do that. If kids have talent, I'm going to let them have it, help them to nurture that talent. That's what happened with me and Dilla. His mom let me do that, and he came and he had beats. He had made the beats from tapes to tape. This was in the late 80s, and I was on tour with George Clinton. He had mentored me, so I had been mentored by someone. And in mentorship, I sat in meetings and I learned how to, living in California with him, I was able to acquire a demo deal from Polygram Records on my own, so they gave me the money to buy equipment. I came home with a brand new MPC and a whole bunch of equipment. So by the time Dilla came, I had the MPC 60. And you know, there's a lot of kids that came past my house, and some kids have a lot of energy, they talk a lot. Dilla is not like that. He is straight to the point. He is humble, respectful. She raised him well, his parents raised him well. He was really all about learning. His questions were direct. When I showed him, most of the time, he got it. If he didn't, he came back and asked me again. He was amazing in that. It was amazing to me to watch him do this because he had a talent like nobody I have ever seen. I have never seen anybody with this kind of talent. This is like deep in the black of the mind lies the funky of another kind, and that's the rhythm that God gave him. So, I'll tell you about that later too. So in turn, he ended up producing all the Slum Village demos in my basement, and he got really good really fast. First he was just dealing with loops and drum loops. Are there young producers in the house tonight? Yeah! Good. Yeah! Good. Beat makers in the house, people got MPCs, drum machines, samplers. That's what's up. Because I'm going to play something for you guys later in a minute, because the story that I have with Dilla is so interesting, it's so beautiful. It's really about giving back, and he knew that. So what happened was after Slum Village, I made the demos with R.J. Rice as well. He would have to go to a different studio because he got good. He went to a bigger studio. He got his own equipment to start working. And it was still a struggle for him. I was on tour with Parliament Funkadelic. I was on Lollapalooza tour, so I introduced him to Q-Tip when I came to town. I took him and T3 out, my 1964 Falcon. We rode out to Palace. Introduced him to Q-Tip. About a year later, Q-Tip called me back. On and popping, I'm watching him ride down 7 Mile. It's a brand new whip. Because to me, the important thing is not about what I get back, and that wasn't my original intent. It's always the teacher's intent to see the student progress and be successful. I was happy with that alone. People were saying he needed to take care of me. I said, no, he has taken care of me. He's successful. I did my job to help him to become successful, learn the art, the skills, to go out into the world and put Detroit on the map. So my whole thing is to put the D on the map with hip-hop, because we really didn't have that many hip-hop producers from Detroit. So I said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to try to introduce him to someone to get him on point, to get him in the world, known in the world. And when that happened, that's payoff enough. But a friend of mine, KD, came to me one day and said, man, I got these zips, somebody dropped them off at the barbershop. Make me a beat, you can have them. So I said, okay. Took the beats home, put them in the MP, all Dilla beats. It's like, wow, these are all Dilla beats. I called him, I said, man, I got your zips in the bag. Somebody brought them from the barbershop. Somebody sold them for $100. What's the deal? He said, when I moved into the bigger house, or my little house, I moved to a big house. Somebody moved and took his things, and then they sold them to somebody at the barbershop for $100. He said, Amp, you can have them. See, I owe that to you. I was like, okay, what am I gonna do with these deals? So, I think that was my payoff, and I took that, and it was really not a payoff, it was just a gift. It's a blessing. I mean, how often does that happen? I put the first disc that I used on one of my records is a song from Q-Tip's Amplified. And what's the chances of that? Well, I mean, what's the chances of somebody bringing some Dilla dips to me, of all people, to make beats for? What's the chances? So I figure it's all divine order. I figure it's all that God has given back. So it's just interesting how things work out in life. And that was the beauty part of me knowing Dilla and him giving back to me. I saw him before he left. It was just all love. It's so beautiful for you all to come here tonight to celebrate his life, because I think we all love him and his legacy that he left us with hip hop and music and soul music. So give yourselves a round of applause today for Dilla Day. In closing, I'd like to say to parents to nurture your children, and if they have a love for music, to push them in that direction and help them to become great if that's what they want to do. That's what my mother did for me, otherwise I wouldn't be here tonight. And to kids, I want to say, if you love what you do, you fiddlers, keep fiddling. I always wanted to play violin and be a fiddler, being that my last name is Fiddler, and I was born with that name. But anyway, I'm not that. I'm a keyboard player, singer, producer, and everything else. Sound designer. I make sounds for the MPC and for the machine now as a sound designer. They sell online, so there's all different ways that we can make money through music, and they're available to all of us. So I want to say to you kids, live your dream and keep living your dream. So for the beat makers, I brought some things, that Dilla gave me, so you can listen to. Is it loud enough, or should it be louder? Turn us up, man. Keep up the sound for us. Come on, sound man. Make it big for Dilla Day. Come on, man. I can't control the volume. There we go. Woo! So I'm gonna show you something. So you see that track right there, right? Y'all know what that is, right? Do y'all know what that is right there? That's the snare right there. You're looking at the snare, okay? Check this out. Just so you can see where his genius was. This is his hi-hat. Just so you can see naturally where it felt. And you can see that. So some of them are behind the beat. Most of these hi-hats are a little behind the beat, which was what his magic was. Even a little swag, or that one is a little behind the beat right there. So we're looking at the kick drum right here, I'm sure. Check it out. Right? That's right on the money. I think it's interesting just to see how he worked. So I'm gonna play something else. Check this. So know about that right there. So, I think you're looking at the sample right there. Or one of them. I'll show you. That's one note of that chord that you hear that he made with just one sound. So that means normally as a keyboard player, like me and Ian would do, we would play that chord like that. But he built a chord based on one tone and found all the notes that made that a chord on this drum machine. That ain't genius, I don't know what it is. Other pieces to the chord. Oh, this might be the bass line. Yeah, that's the bass line. Oh. Yeah. Check this. I think this is another piece of the chord. Another note. That's the harmony to the chord. Y'all like that? Yeah! Producers, can you get to that? Alright, good. I'm gonna play a song that I first chose for my first solo record with Dilla, and it was the song that, it was the track that I liked, and I thought, this is kind of like the track that I think I could use for my record. It was like the title track of my album, A Waltz of a Ghetto Fly. Anybody ever heard that album? No, y'all ain't heard that record. Y'all took too long. Anyway, it's called A Waltz of a Ghetto Fly. Do y'all know what that's about even? Really, it's about the way that we walk, that's all it was. I used to go to Europe all the time, and they used to say, so what's it like with this fly on the wall thing that you wrote this song, A Waltz of a Ghetto Fly? Is it the fly? No. It's the way we walk in the hood. I see bros walking like this. They had on hats though. Yeah. So anyway, the song's like this. So this is also on Q-Tip's record, you might have heard it. I'm gonna play the song because it's in song mode too. And I'm gonna song mode and play the whole thing where you can see the song. So if you haven't heard, I'm gonna sing it for you like this, because I was really singing about Dilla. Because it's like, deep in the black of your mind, like a funky of another kind. It's the rhythm that God given. It's a God-given rhythm that everybody has innate, that's different than everybody else. That's what he has. Deep in the black of your mind, like the funky of another kind. It's the rhythm. The rhythm God give on. Deep in the black of your eyes, like the funky of another kind. It's the rhythm God give on. It's the waltz of a ghetto fly. Will never, ever die. So that was that song.
Man, keep going.
Oh, okay, all right, thanks. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I mean, all praises to Dilla, because this is not about me. This is about Dilla for real. That's the way I feel about this. We're here to celebrate the life of one most talented producers of our time, and it's a beautiful thing when we think about that. I mean, Dilla, born February 7th in 74, used the MPC 3000, the emulator SP 1200. He's associated acts like Slum Village, Common, Questlove, Solar Crayons, Madlib, Dwelle, Guilty Simpson, Frank and Dank, Fat Cat, Black Mill, Mos Def, J-Rock, YG, Bilal, Busta Rhymes, Erykah Badu, De La Soul, The Tribe Called Quest, and The Far Side. That's big. That's Detroit hip-hop on the map right there. He's an American recorder, producer, and rapper who emerged from the mid-90s underground hip-hop scene in Detroit, Michigan, where I'm from and still live, Conant Gardens. And he worked with all those big names, so that says a lot. So, and his mom was gracious enough to let him come by my house and let me show him how to produce records and make beats on the drum machine. It wasn't easy back then because the MPC was the one I had was the first MPC that they made. So it was new technology and it sampled. It was one of the first sampling drum machines. So it wasn't easy to learn that machine. It was foreign to even me when I first got it. So he was really good, and it took a lot of knowledge to learn that so fast. So we're about to get. I hope we're about to connect to my Dilla and my Dukes. If she'll answer the phone, I hope she does. That's Skype for you. Here we go. Hey, my dude.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing, my dudes?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, it's Fiddler on the line with you. We have Detroit in the house, all the best of Detroit hip-hop and Dilla lovers. Giving you a round of applause.
Yes.
We love you.
You're looking good there today.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you can see me.
Yes, I can see you great. Okay.
Good.
Wow.
Can you tell us what you're up to these days?
Well, I tell you, today is Dilla's birthday, and I'm so excited. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, James Yancey. We love him.
Yes, indeed. I'm so happy about what's going on there at Charles Wright. I'm really excited and extremely happy that you're there. He's Dilla's teacher. To show them the way. I'm really excited about that. I love you so much for all that you're doing. And I love the children and their parents for being concerned enough about them to give them that extra push to make life better for them. I so appreciate it. I love you children, each and every one, and I hope that you'll aspire to become all that you can be, just as Dilla did. You have the whole world waiting for you to just tap it and to show the love and appreciation you have by doing something beautiful that'll touch the hearts and minds of other people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dudes. We love you. Your energy is so beautiful.
I tell you, I'm going to be in Detroit next week, and I wish I could have been here today, but I'm here in Miami celebrating with the people here. You know Dilla is worldwide, and just like Dilla's worldwide, I know we have some new Dillas there in that audience today.
We definitely do, my dude.
And I'm hoping that they'll be just as happy, and that their moms will be just happy and proud as I am of Dilla for all the things they have to bring forth to the world.
Yes, indeed. There are definitely some young Dillas in this audience tonight, this evening. It's so nice to have you on the phone. And
yes.
Please kiss the sunshine for us because it's cold here. Bring us some sunshine back to Detroit.
Okay.
All right. So, how's it going in Miami with your celebrating of
my goodness,
10th anniversary of Dilla?
2 days and 2 nights of spectacular audience and fun, and a roster of artists I can't even name them all. You know, I don't want to name one and have somebody mad because I forgot to say their name first.
Okay.
But you'll see it online.
Okay.
And it's just been marvelous. Everyone loves Dilla. Everyone loves the work and the movement to help you to become better people and to be happy at what they do in their life's work.
Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, next year you'll be here so that we can see you in Detroit a little different than today,
indeed.
yes?
Yes,
okay.
indeed.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, it's amazing that, you know, you raised such a beautiful child. I remember coming by your house when he was working in the basement all those times, and you let me in, you were in the kitchen cooking. What was that like back then? I remember that.
Yes, and yes, indeed. I do remember. I was telling someone today about Bill staying up later than he was supposed to on school nights when he was at Amps doing studio work.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't realize, I'm hoping that the parents will listen and understand that at that time I wasn't sure that he would become all that he had become. And just to listen and not always judge. He always told me, he said, "Ma, you just don't listen. So take that extra moment and listen. It could mean the difference in him becoming who he really wants to be within his heart."
how respectful and gracious he was when he used to come by the house. And how, how when he spoke, it was always of importance. No blah blah, no rhetoric, just always down to business.
Exactly. He never had time. He never had time for nonsense. He was always about the music. So when you have something that you really want to do in life, you stick to it. You don't let your friends sway you because they're not there. And you just stay with your craft.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Those are amazing times. We miss him, and I really miss him, and I know everybody in here misses him because the music has grown so much with him. I listen to the old beats that I have, and I listen to the new beats that he has. When I met you in California, it was like, wow, it was big, and he was amazing, and I thank you for raising such an amazing child and being here for us today.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you. Then also, don't forget, let the parents know that there's the James DeWitt Yancey Studio in Pershing High School. That is a recording studio. You know about that now. And let them know that we'll be doing things to help to connect the Charles Wright, the Women in Hip Hop, and the Pershing High School together for next year.
That's good. That's good, right? Right, everybody? That's what we did, my dude, because I could walk across the street from me and you know, and go to Pershing, so that's Coney Gardens, that's my hood.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you for keeping it.
I still got a home there, too. You know, so it means a lot.
Well, my dukes, you can't see me. I'll come in real quick. Hey, my name's Mahogany, and we just want to say thank you. We have so much planned, but before you go, I just want the audience, let's see if we can turn this around. We turn it around, we messed stuff up. We can't, they can see, but y'all can't see her. Okay, you can hear them. Right now, on the count of three, can everybody say, we love you, my dude. We love you, my dude. Thank you so much for giving us a legend and for you being a living legend yourself. We love you and we thank you for who you are and the living representation that you are. Everybody show love right now to Fiddler, to his teacher. Please be that teacher for somebody else.
Love you, my dude.
My dudes, we love you, and peace. We see you guys. Thank you so much. Give it up for them one more time, y'all.